Hello, hello, hello. Hello and welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. What's happening here? Wait a second. Wait up, wait up, wait up. All right, welcome everybody and see you. Welcome to see you here at the Business Shortcut where I just bought a new holder and it's coming so that I don't have to do this every single week. And you guys are like, why are you moving this around? All right, so welcome. Today we're talking about why I used to hate selling. I love this topic. Why I used to hate selling and now how I started loving it and why I love it. Great. So thank you everybody for watching and listening. So the actual dictionary definition of selling is giving or handing over something in exchange of money. Now you gorgeous, beautiful people that you're watching this, let me know, what do you think? Let me know, what do you say? I just need to put this on. That beautiful. What do you say about selling? What do you think? When you think about selling, do you love it? Do you not love it? I would love to know your feedback because it's so important to understand. As business owners, we need to sell, right? If you don't sell, you ain't got a business, you've got a hobby. So we need to understand, what do you really think about that? Hey, Elizabeth, good to see you. I'm changing my mindset about it. Beautiful. So what was the mindset before and where are you now? Linelle, how are you? Okay. So this is what the definition of selling is. But a lot of us, we don't realize that. We just think selling is something not that good. So selling, it is providing value to someone. Hey, Jules, how are you? Providing value to someone, provide a service or a product, explain how you can help them. And that is what selling is. At the end of the day, a lot of us are terrified of selling. And I used to be so scared of selling, of being seen as a salesperson. I didn't want people to think I'm pushy. And I was so making it so much about me. Selling is nothing about you, nothing at all. So what do you think of a salesperson? When you think a salesperson, what do you think? A salesperson is what? Go ahead. If you're watching from the webinar, let me know. What do you think of a salesperson? Elizabeth, Lucia, Marianne, Watika, how are you, everybody? Tell me in the question box, what do you think about a salesperson is pushy? Oh my God, Elizabeth, that was my first one. Totally. A salesperson is, hi, Linda, hi, Kylie. Right, what is a salesperson to you? I love that. Pushy, selfish. I ask this question a lot into a lot of my speaking engagements, and people come up like car salesmen. What about it, though, Lucia? What are car salesmen? Are what? Right, bring it to us, you guys. I really am curious to see. I always love doing research and see what people really think about all of those things and what people really think about a salesperson. When you think of the typical salesperson, yeah, of course, that should have been in there, right? The typical salesperson. But Elizabeth, the unfortunate thing is that our brain doesn't think that. Our brain actually think, what do I think of a salesperson? They don't think of a typical salesperson. That's where the problem lies, is that people put themselves as this by pushy, selfish, manipulative, fake, yes, greedy, absolutely, right? And so why don't we usually like selling? That's exactly why. Because we don't want to be seen as pushy or salesy or any of those things. And so that's why we make it about us. Who really here wants to start selling and being, and thinking that people are going to think that you're pushy, salesy, manipulative, fake, right? It's like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be any of that. So then automatically our brain goes, sales equal bad for my reputation, bad for me, bad for helping people. It just doesn't work. Right? So really, you guys, make that shift in your brain. That's what we're going to talk about today. A lot of us, we want to be liked. We want to be liked by people. We want people to like us. We want people to be with us. We want people to really like us. And that is the problem when you're thinking like, oh, if I sell, they're not gonna like me because I think I'm gonna be pushy, salesy, manipulative, and all of that. So then equals I'm not gonna sell. So then at least they're gonna like me. But if you're not gonna sell, are you gonna be able to help them? We forget it's about what they need, not what we need. A lot of us go into a sales conversation and we just go like, I haven't closed people. So what? So what? If you go into a sales conversation and the person doesn't buy, what do you make it mean? What does that mean? That you are what? You're not good. You're not what? It's so fascinating to see what our brains come up when we ask this type of question, because we always often forget that it's not about us. It's about what do they need? Is this the right next step for them? I have said no to so many people to work with me because I didn't believe it was the right next step for them. Hi, Anne, how are you? Good to see you. We are afraid of rejection, so therefore, again, we're making it about us. It's so important to make that shift, right? And that's why you're wondering why you can't get motivated in selling, right? You can't get motivated to like put yourself to actually go and sell because your brain is telling you that you're gonna be not liked, you're gonna be failing, you're gonna be getting rejections, you're gonna get people that think that you're pushy, salesy, right? All of those things. So then obviously your brain goes, why don't we procrastinate? Why don't we do something else instead of selling? Because it sounds horrible, right? So if you like selling, means your business is booming. You know how many people have this story in their head? They go, no, no, I love selling. I'm like, right, really? So that means that your business is exploding. Like you talk to people and you're just like a machine. Oh no, my business is not going well. Like, okay, well then if you truly like selling, that means you're getting results. Right, just saying that you like selling and not getting results, I don't know if that works, right? You got to like selling and you're going to get results. So you got to be congruent and honest with yourself. So many people, they trick themselves. I don't like to sell, I like to share. And we are getting to that in a second. I love that. So be congruent and honest with yourself, right? I find fascinating how many people, they don't like, I like it because the other day I was talking to one of my team and they were like, why people lie to us? I'm like, no, 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 wait. People don't lie to us. People, they lie to themselves. People that like to tell themselves stories so that they feel better about themselves. But it is all subconscious. And I do that too. I've always been like, since I was little, I always exaggerate stories to make them more exciting, more right. I've always been a very good storyteller, but that's because I enlarge the stories, right? And so with myself. So then at the point that once you tell the story enlarged so many times, eventually you won't remember which one was the truth, which one is not. Right? And I remember because my brother and I always have this conversation. No, that wasn't that way. I'm like, oh, really? Because that's how I've been telling my brain all this time. So be congruent with yourself and really like start to notice when your brain is enlarging things, when your brain is making things a big deal, when your brain is trying to make you feel better than what it actually is. Well, really being honest with yourself will help you to get to the bottom of this and understanding the truth behind this. So do you really like selling? Do you really like selling? And the thing is, there's no problem with using the word selling. Like if you change the meaning in your head, it can be sharing, it can be helping, as long as you change that meaning in your head. That's all it matters. I can say selling 1,000 times and it should not trigger any emotion in you because selling is neutral. Selling doesn't have any emotion, doesn't have any connotation, negative or positive. Selling is just a word. So think about that. If I tell you, do you like selling? And you need to make it a different word to make it okay to say the word selling, that might mean you hate selling. Just saying, just so you know that your brain is trying to trick you. So if so, why is your brain exploding? Hey, Richard, how are you? Why isn't your business exploding? Why, if you really do love selling, why isn't your business exploding? Why you have like a couple of people you talk to, boom, you don't just get results over results over results, right? I stopped selling and start helping. So this is a reframe of the word selling, and that's what you were saying, and of sharing. And since I found this, I like it. I enjoy it. However, I don't want to be scared of the word selling. I don't want to be afraid of it. I don't want to feel uncomfortable when someone talks about selling. I don't want to feel uncomfortable when someone sells to me. I don't want to feel uncomfortable when I want to sell to someone. I want to feel uncomfortable when I need to teach and train my clients how to sell, because there's nothing wrong with selling if you do it from the right place, if you do it from helping, if you do it from serving, if you put it from a place of, I help someone that's got a pain and I'm gonna help them through it. If we make it that way, there is no problem. There's no problem in selling. Taryn, how are you? Good to see you here. So an illusion that a lot of people have is that they don't consider a sale. We don't want to consider a sale until money is in the bank. I have had so many people that tell me, oh my gosh, hi Margaret, how are you? Good to see you. So many beautiful people. Um, so you don't want to consider a sale until money is in your bank. So many business owners, they go and celebrate and go like, oh my gosh, I had a 10 chat and like 5 sales, but then the money never gets into the bank. So people from a sale is when the money is in the bank, the contract is signed, boom, that person is now in. That was a sale. If you don't do that, then if you just start to celebrate whenever you don't have the sale, then you're gonna always consistently be disappointed with your numbers, consistently disappointed with the results, thinking that you're not doing enough because were celebrating for a greater number and now it's smaller. So now you are gonna be upset about the smaller number instead of being grateful for it, right? They think that are great at selling, but they're only selling to a warm audience. So when they start to follow a strategy of started to go and sell to cold audience, because obviously we teach people how to get cold audience, warm them up, and then sell to them. But the thing is, people sell to their friends, family, network, and then when they start to go out there to strangers, they don't get the same number of conversion, and so then they start to be really tough on themselves and they feel down and start to really completely hate selling, right? Because when you talk to people that are warm, then they already sold, they already know they want to work with you, they already bought, right? So there is like, I love, because I love buying and I love to see what happens in my brain when I'm buying. And so I've been wanted to buy some sort of services, and I've been watching different people, and then the person that is building the most trust with me, the person that is giving me the most value, is the person that now I'm going, I'm ready. And then I am ready. I'll just go for it, right? I don't just wait. Hey Belinda, good to see you. Different selling to a cold audience from selling to a warm audience is completely different. People said yes, but then they ghost you. Not everybody, right? I don't want you now to just put that as a limiting belief, but it happens. It happens. People will say, yes, I'm in, and then they ghost you, they disappear. And you go, what? I thought you were in. And it's okay. So that's why we don't celebrate until the money is in the bank. What to do to start like helping slash selling people? Genuinely find out about them and what they need, right? Think about this. Generally find out where they're at, what do they need, and do they genuinely need your help? Do they genuinely need something from you? Or do they have to do something else? There was a person that was working with me, and I literally sent them, I said, you're not really ready to work with me. Go and do this course first, and then after that, you probably should be ready for me, right? So it's like, genuinely understand what is the next step for them to succeed, right? So if you have someone that's got a pain and you want to take from that pain to that solution, if when they come to you, they haven't got to that pain yet, they are somewhere else, then you need to be genuinely honest and say, look, Usually people that work with me, they're at this level. So if you work with me, then you might have to do this work by yourself before you can work with me, right? You need to, unless you have a structure, you have created a program for the people at that level. Like, I don't want you to help everybody. Not everybody is the right client for you, and it's okay. Actually, the people that you push away, they will be the most loyal. They will always come back. They will buy something from you eventually, because they see that you're genuine, like you genuinely want to help people. The point of, at the beginning, I used to, oh my god, someone wants to buy, maybe I should just sell it, even if I don't know anything for them, right? And it's okay. Like, it's okay to feel like greedy and feel like I just need to sell, right? I need to make money. But the thing is, as the business grows, then it's okay to say no, right? It's okay to say no. And I actually wish that someone told me this at the beginning, that it's okay to say no when you first start too, because that will give you a long trust with those people that you said no to. I didn't know that at the beginning. And I think that at one point I was terrified of, like, not having enough money. So probably I went more into a place of like trying to get the sale rather than trying to help the person. And that was a massive learning experience for me, because from there I was able to see, right, when you're just trying to push people, then they're not going to get the results anyway. So might as well let the people in, the right clients, rather than let anybody in, right? And that's what I've since I've been doing that. Explosion. Be interested on what is the best for them. Like when I go into a sale call, I genuinely want to see if I can help them, and then I get so passionate about it. People might read that as pushy, but I just go like, wait, what? Like, your business is going to explode when you follow what I do. Like, and I get so excited about it, right? So for me, selling is really show someone what is possible. What are they capable of? If they just get that little help from me and the little strategy from me, their business is going to explode. So then I get excited for them. That's what selling should be, right? Not giving up on them. I learned this from Eric. Eric, when we first started dating and started to work together a little bit, it was like, you give up on people way too easily. And I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, yeah, like, what are you afraid of? And I was like, well, actually, I was afraid of being pushy, right? I was afraid of push for people. So then I found my own way. Obviously, it's always important to be congruent with yourself. And then I found that I could have pushed a little bit more, not too much. I don't want to like make force people. I just want to, but what if I just don't give up, right? Why don't I just let them know that, hey, I'm not going to give up on you. You can say no and it's okay. But I'm still allowed to believe that this is going to be the right thing for you, right? I'm still okay to believe that this is going to be the explosion of your business when you follow this strategy, right? So that's where it was a little shift of going, I can believe in them. I don't have them to pay me for me to believe in them. I can just believe that this is going to be working for them, that the business is going to explode. Be the rock. No matter what they decide, it's going to be okay. But be the rock. Be that person that they're going to go like, wow, you had my back. No matter what I decided, you were there. And that's what I want. I want people to know that whatever decision they make, it is okay. They're going to be fine regardless, but it's going to be faster. If they work with you, it's going to be less pain. It's still going to go through pain. It's still going to go through tough times, but it's going to be faster. It's going to be less trial and error, right? I love to show people the mind limitation and ask permission for it. Like, do you see how this might be a limitation for yourself and your business? You see how this is not going to take you anywhere? And I truly go through it with them to understand, like, there is more. You could have more. Right now, you're playing small. Do you see that? And just, it's fascinating how many people see it. There was a lady the other day, I was like, I see it. I totally see it. And I know that I'm going to regret it, but I'm still not doing it. I was like, that's totally fine. That is okay. If you don't want to do it, as long as I've helped you to see that you've got a bigger potential, but you're not jumping into it, then yeah, of course, it's your choice. You can do whatever you want. But I don't want you to think that you can't, because you can. ask them if they make this decision based on fear. Because one of my things is never, ever, ever make a decision based on fear. Always base a decision in abundance, never in scarcity. Because whenever you're in scarcity, you're never gonna make the bad decision, right? You're never gonna be able to do that. So help them see the benefits without being pushy, right? And let go of expectation. If they don't buy, it is okay. Instead, at the beginning, when someone wouldn't buy, I felt robbed. I used to feel robbed of my time. Oh, wait, you're not buying, and like you let me, like you leave me on for like 30 minutes, make me think like you want to do it, and then you say no. And I used to get really like, make it about me. And it's like, it's not about me. Now, if they say no, I just go, that's all right. I did everything I could. I've learned, I did everything I could. I've hopefully planted a little seed in the brain that there's more into life. That's all. That's all I can do. Beautiful. And it's such a beautiful feeling because you don't feel like has to be anything back. You don't feel like you have to get something back for you to feel fulfilled. Now think about Apple. Apple, they have every time they have a new iPhone or a new something coming out, this is the queue that they have outside of the stores, right? So is Apple pushy? Apple sells a lot. Apple definitely sells a lot. Are they pushy? You guys tell me. I would love to know your feedback. Do you think Apple is pushy, or what is Apple doing right that maybe as business owners we could improve that we're not doing yet and we could do it better? I would love, 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 love for you to share with me what is Apple doing? Is Apple pushy? How did they getting all these people to be so excited of some new product coming out? When you go to the Apple store and you want to buy a new Mac or phone, you want them to tell you everything about the product, right? You are so excited to know the difference and comparison from this and from that. Like you are so interested. And so the person that is selling to you, they're providing that knowledge because they know that you want it, right? See, what if you go into a sales conversation knowing that person on the other side of the phone or the other side of your, in front of you, they need your help and they want all the information to see if this is something that's going to help them. What if you take it that way rather than take it as like, oh, it's a sales call, right? They want to be part of something amazing. Yeah, Lucia. Sandra, how are you? No, I have never felt them pushy. Exactly. No, Simon Sinek uses these guys in this video about why instead of how. There you go, right? So really think about they get you. Apple aimed at you on emotion. Excitement then provides a need for a faster response in technology. Yeah, well, the thing is, they understand the audience so well and they just go for it. And what I find fascinating is that a lot of people talk to business owners of like, choose your target market. Who's your target market? How old are they? And look at Apple. There's people like right from younger to older, right? There's all different sort of type of people that buying Apple, but they know exactly what we all want. What is the one thing that we all have in common that we want, that they will do anything to get it, right? And they keep getting us to buy it. I've been buying Apple. Legit, I've got like 12 phones and like 10 computers in the office from Apple, like legit. I don't think, because I've got staff members, they're not all for me, yeah. I don't think they are pushy. I think they are showing what the product, yeah, exactly, is going to do for the clients and how they will benefit. Exactly, Marianne. Imagine if we can do that for our own businesses, right? I felt like that with the Marias initially, was happy to be a Maria. After I got to know the business offer, I had to become right with me, right? So that's the same. You became a client of mine because of that. Yeah. I have to have Apple. Yes, Lucia, you do. It's amazing. I'm an Apple fan, of course, as you can tell. Okay, so major mistake that people make when they're selling. They give up way too easily, and I told you that before. They don't book a time for them to follow up with their clients, which is a must. They get frustrated by their excuse. They get frustrated by the client's excuse rather than be able to help them. Right? They jump into like frustration and they just go like, oh, but you don't get it, or like, they judge their clients rather than be happy for them or help them through it. They jump in the pool with them. So what that means is that they believe their excuses. Like, this is the next one. They believe their excuses. They like, someone says, I don't have money. They go, I get it. I used to have no money. I totally get how it feels. And they just go inside of the pool and swim in the excuses together, instead of going like, right, I get that you have that problem, but how can we overcome it? And help them, support them into making these not happening. Products are easy to use. I went across to PC and Samsung, and they are so complicated. Yeah, absolutely. All right, everybody, thank you so much for listening. Now, just a little reminder, my book, My Invisible to Invincible, is out. We've got the first copy. We'll send the last amendment. So we're going to get the actual final copy next week in the office of all 100 books that have been already bought and purchased. We're going to send them across next week. So if you do want, this is the last week to get the book on pre-order, which is quite a lot cheaper. So if you want a copy of my book, let me know, Invisible to Invincible, in here, and you're going to get that. But also, we have an amazing mastermind happening, Marianne. You're part of the mastermind, and we have an amazing website together with the mastermind, and there is so much content in there, and we're going to show all of these and details on how to get all of this happening, how to get raving fans, how to get people to really want to buy from you. So the mastermind is $97 a month, and you can cancel anytime as long as you give us 30 days notice, and it's amazing the amount of value that we give in that mastermind. Every single week you get a new piece of content so that you can make that happen. We get a workbook, you get everything in there. So this mastermind, my goal is to get to 200 people by the end of the year, and I am doing it, and 200 happy people as well. So if you haven't checked out my mastermind, go to francescamoy.com/EAM so that you can check it out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next Monday. Thank you, guys. Bye. Bye.